Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Hand of Fate. In the previous episode we demanded a rematch against the King of Dust and managed to successfully defeat him. And looking at how long that previous video was, I'm actually going to start imposing a time limit on these games so that the videos don't get long, because these games are only going to get longer and longer as time progresses. So I've decided to impose a 20-minute time limit, because that seems like a decent length, without being too long. And once that time limit is reached, I'm going to finish whatever encounter I'm currently in the middle of, and then end the video there, which I think seems fair.
The more I wonder.
Wonder what? Alright. Jack of Scales, the last of this row. Let's see what we've got with him. Let's see, mana drain, cooldown times for weapons and artifacts are doubled. Yikes. Last man standing. In every combat, the last enemy alive will no longer be stunned or interrupted. I hope that doesn't mean counters won't work against him, but we'll see. Their latent magical abilities make these lizardmen feared by all, even their own kind. That doesn't sound good for us.
The suit of scales are represented by these lizard men. Quiet, patient, lethally subtle, and coldly intelligent. Of all the creatures I have incarnated as suits, these please me the most.
Well, glad to know you're so pleased. Anyways, I'll see you guys once I've gotten my deck built. Alright, I've got everything ready, so let's start this game.
You have taken one of my symbols, but now we begin to play in earnest. My scepter is at stake, and I do not intend to lose it.
You may not intend to, but you're going to. Okay, stairs are over there. So
Scales. I have saved the lizard men for now, but the stakes have been raised. There is no weapon I will not use against you.
Is it just me, or has every game started with me finding this guy, which then prevents me from getting his token? Oh well. At least I get a little extra food to start. Ah, this guy.
The Count enters the picture.
Yeah, this guy's essentially a vampire, and if you give him a lot of blood, it'll leave you drained of health, but it'll give you 1, a lot of money, and 2, another token. So it's early, and I can use my exploit to take care of the health loss, so yeah. The stranger moves with unnatural speed to grasp you firmly and bite at your throat. After a few seconds, he releases you. Thank you, he says, handing you some gold as you regain your composure. I'm not yet sated. Would you like to earn more gold? Why not? Mortal, you seem unusually willing to give up your blood for material gain. The stranger goes on to tell you of a tale of secret blood auctions and where they may be found.
One more piece of the puzzle for you.
Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Ooh, the altar.
Whimsy and caprice. The domains of the old gods. Were they always thus, or has age corrupted their natures?
On a deserted hilltop in a faraway land, you discover an old altar. Pray to the gods of the old religion. The gods of the old religion are powerful, yet unpredictable in their favors. Do you wish to pray at the altar? Well, yeah, it's the only way I'm going to get the token.
Choose from these options.
On bended knee, you beseech the gods to aid you in your quest. A distant rumbling and a flash of lightning answers your prayer. Ooh, self-righteous.
Useful.
On any hit, the player inflicts 2 more damage for each blessing they possess. Ooh. That means I'm going to want to get some more blessings. Lost in the desert once more.
It's almost amusing to think of being lost. Looking at the world like this.
Let's
Your
try praying to the
destination
old gods.
is merely a step onto another card.
Ah. 2 monster cards and a health pain. Great.
Our old friend the Jack of Plague returns to fight another day.
Yay. As usual, take out the others, then hit Jack. Oh, come on, don't die on the first floor. Oh, come on. Okay, I need to get him away from the other corpses. Otherwise, that's just going to become a bigger issue for me. Ah. Okay, that could have gone a lot better. But at least we've gotten some food.
I'm sure you are grateful for
And a
that.
little bit of gold. Real quickly, I'm just going to make use of the Explorer ability to get my health back. But I am going to cut it out, so see you guys after that. Alright, I've got my health back, so let's move on to the next floor.
Were you hoping this was the end? No. Another floor awaits.
I figured as much.
I appreciate your efforts. I worked hard on this game. It is a pleasure to see you play. A ship at dock is worth nothing until it sails.
Hoy, lad, the enigmatic goblin Mr. Lionel climbs out of a barrel behind a tavern as you pass through a small village. I've made some refinements to the magic device, and I think we'll do better this time if we take another shot at those treasure vaults. You see, goblins sometimes hide their best treasure, magic items, and such like in enchanted treasure chests. The magic amulet will now reveal these to you. If there should chance to be one in any treasure vault we happen to visit. What say you, lad? Shall we have another shot at the Goblin King's treasure? Why not? Good lad, let's go right now. I think I've located one in a desert not far from here. Under the blazing sun of a nameless desert, you and the goblin find a door, partially buried beneath the shifting sands. You can keep whatever gold you recover, but remember to look around for treasure chests. They're sure to hold something worthwhile. Once again, into the trap-ridden halls. There's our chest. Oh, come on. Go for the gold before I find the treasure chest. Oh. Oh, whoops. Did that take me out? Mr. Lionel looks disappointed at failure finding treasure chest. There must be one in there somewhere. You're just not looking hard enough. He stalks off into the desert and quickly disappears amongst the dunes. Oops. Oh well. Dead King's Hall. Let's
Crypt
see what treasure we
robbing.
can get from that.
I'm not sure the dead fighting back makes this any more dignified.
No, but meh. What are they? Yeah. Oh. I actually intended to go somewhere else, but hey, better to take out the Three of Dust. Skulls are a lot easier to take down. Let them come to me. What? I pressed the counter button. Okay, definitely gonna do some health restoration after this. But we do gain some nice stuff. Ooh.
If you gain health, then I work harder to take it.
And a shield.
A
which is
strong
gonna
left
prevent
arm is
arms.
as important as a strong right arm, after all.
Alright, be right back. And we're back. Lost Island 3.
This
Give it
token
now?
will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
So you arrive on the Lost Island, find that while you may be the first to discover it, the Lost Island is not unpopulated. Now we're fighting the Two of Scales. You head on to the island. Might want to take out these ranged guys first. Ah. There we go, getting caught again. You have discovered the Lost Island and established yourself as an explorer. This island abounds with resources. You fill a ship as best you can and return home. Huh. Does this mean I'm going to be getting some new stuff? I'd certainly like that. Ooh, and a shop to spend all our gold at. Yes, we'll definitely be going here. Alright, let's see what you got for us. Great Helm of Reinforcement. Life's Limb. Ooh. Angel's Wings. Scorching Zeal. Let's see. Left over to inflict a curse of weakening on enemies close to you. Strike a cursed enemy for bonus damage. This also removes the curse. Let's see. This weapon has a fire aura that decreases quickly. Press the left bumper to restore the fire and burn nearby enemies. Now, here's the thing. While the Scorching Zeal does a lot of damage, fire attacks aren't all that useful against lizard men. So that may be why this is not a good thing to go for. So instead, I'm going to take Life's Limb.
Cut them where it counts, then finish them.
And I'm going to buy the Great Helm of Reinforcement, but I'll save that.
Being tougher than you look is a very considerable advantage.
And then save it for when I get to the final floor. And then I'm going to spend the rest on some extra food. Alright, well that was a productive shopping spree. And on to the cave mouth. The next step of your journey, blah blah blah. And still not the end.
What brings you to play the game? Ha! I know you will not tell me.
The Crucible.
Like all the rest, you are silent.
The town of Steigl sits upon the only safe crossing of the River Ernst. However, the only adventurers allowed to cross are those who pass through the Crucible. In the Crucible, you'll fight monsters for the entertainment of townspeople of Steigl. What will you do? Seeing as how it's the only safe crossing, let's enter the Crucible. Choose your opponent wisely, yells a man from the crowd. I'm betting on you. Let's go for the Two of Dust. Huh. Did not expect it to be that easy. Still, worked out for the best. You survived that round. Now do it again! The crowd awaits your decision. Let's go for the Three of Dust. Yes, it may seem cowardly, but it's also smarter than going up against a tougher opponent. Too easy. See, after surviving the Crucible, you're paraded through the town and allowed to continue upon your adventure. A few random peasants throw coins saying, "You've made me rich, warrior." I may just keep this one in my deck even though I've got the token, just because of how much money you can get from it.
You have earned this.
You damn straight I have. Alright, let's see what's next. Sleep at the inn.
What sort of scoundrel would go through a sleeping man's belongings?
While sleeping at an inn, you jolt awake to find a bandit rifling through your belongings. You are quick to your feet, weapon already in hand. Bandit laughs, clearly drunk. "Easy there, princess. Spare an apple, would you? There's a good lad." He stands unsteadily, clutching a stolen apple and some coins. You grab his arm in protest and earn a punch to the face. "Looks like Nancy here wants a fight." The bandit laughs again, spits at your feet, and turns to leave. Let's lower our weapon. The bandit looks at you with contempt. "Thought so." He wanders out of the room, whistling tunelessly to himself, and we get 2 paint cards. Fine.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. Not a big deal. Shaking your head, you wearily turn back to your bed and find yourself once again in the presence of the ghost from the forest. Its eyes, so familiar, so real compared to its shifting body, smile into yours. Something stirs in your mind. A past memory? You are still yourself. I need fear no longer. Its pale hand reaches for yours and you suddenly recall a laugh. A laugh to go with those smiling eyes. I have lingered too long in this place. It drains me so. Do not forget me. You blink and the ghost is gone. Those eyes, gone. This card's token is now yours. I'm gonna explore everything here. Ooh, traveling healer? No, don't need that. Ooh, the White Council 4.
There's a token in it for you if you win.
On a fine sunny day, you set out into the forest, hidden in a barrel on the wagon of Terran the merchant. Your destination is the White Council's stronghold. After what seems like hours, a deep voice calls out, "Halt!" Terran yelps in surprise and the wagon stops. You hear Terran greet someone. "Ah, hello, my lord. I have your usual shipment here. Nothing interesting to say about it." You cringe in your barrel. "Is that so?" The other voice remarks, casually before falling silent for some time. Then, "Here is your payment," and you hear the click of gold coins. Suddenly, there is a blinding white light. When your vision clears, you dare to look out from your place of concealment. You see that you, and all the stock from Terran's wagon, are now sitting in the middle of a stone hall inside a circle of runes and symbols. A trio of poorly dressed goblins set to work, sorting everything into a storage room to one side, under the supervision of a bored-looking mage. Let's try and sneak away. Come on, let's get a huge success here. I'll settle for regular. You manage to sneak into a shadowy alcove where you hope to wait, undetected, until the goblins complete their labors, and you can leave. You soon discover that the tower is a sprawling maze of passages and chambers, many more than could actually fit inside the structure you saw from a distance. You are inexplicably drawn to a bare stone chamber with an opening to the sky. Above, you watch as a magician summons an enormous scaled creature into existence. Its form seems mainly to be composed of vicious-looking claws, gnashing teeth, and writhing tentacles. You feel dizzy just watching it. It lunges, biting and slashing at the wizard, but backs away when he raises an ornately decorated skull. The wizard addresses the creature. You will go to the city of Kader and kill the Duke. The creature's unblinking eyes gaze in every direction at once, and its sinister voice resonates from a dozen mouths. How has he wronged you? It hisses. Or is this more wisdom from the benevolent council? He foolishly questions my will, as do you, the wizard responds.
Come now, hurry up. We don't have forever.
Hey, it's a long event. Shut it. The wizard responds, holding the skull higher. Go, I commanded. The beast retreats once more, rasping. Beware, Zahagen. The bones of my true master will not protect you forever. One day you will slip and drop them, and then I shall not have you. Or then I shall have you in my claws. Your threats are hollow, demon, and serve only to delay your departure. The mage stops abruptly. What are you up to? He mutters, then quickly looks around the room in alarm. His gaze comes to rest directly on you, watching from the shadows. Let's knock the skull from his hands. Oh, please don't get a huge failure. And I won't. You send your weapon flying across the room, crashing into the skull and knocking it to the floor. The mage looks from the fallen skull to you, and then to the beast. His mouth opens, but before he can utter a word, a dozen tentacles descend upon him. A loud bell ringing throughout the halls. More robed figures appear from glowing portals to aid their leader. You flee the room as the sounds of fire, magic, and teeth do battle. Under the cover of the chaos you have sown, you manage to loot a magical artifact of some kind from an unoccupied laboratory before being spotted. There's an intruder in the lab, a magician calls from the doorway. No time for that now, someone else yells. Just expel it before it damages something important. One of the magicians casts a spell and you find yourself standing in the forest, the tower just visible in the far distance. The card's token is now yours. Okay, that was a long one. But with that, our time is up for this episode. So, if you guys like what you see, please leave a like and perhaps subscribe for future content. See you guys in the next episode.